That's a nice fish,
You
too.
know what's crazy about that, Mike? That's the first fish I've cast to with that fly that fishes under this. Woo, baby.
You better hold, yeah. See, that's another one of those good slot fish. Look at him.
Yes, sir. Come on, talk to me.
That's a nice fish.
Now, he couldn't have run any faster over there, and I twitched it one time.
And you caught him in 6 inches of water.
Yeah, it wasn't up there. He was way up inside of that grass.
Oh, yeah, that's a nice fish. He's a pretty rascal.
Look at him pulling, boy.
I'm telling you now, he's got a boat up.
That's the reason you get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and drive from Manio to Lake Phelps.
Thanks for joining us today on the Carolina Outdoor Journal. Well, today's program, we call it Fishing the Edge as we go down to Lake Phelps.
That's right, and we are fishing the edge. We're going to be waiting for largemouth bass right on the edge of the lake in grassy areas where these fish like to hang out. This is in July. We got up early and started early and caught some really pretty fish using popping bugs.
All right, popping bugs. We're going to get good education on that in gear time.
Go back and join the guys and they'll talk about what they used. Actually, one of our anglers was using a topwater popping bug. Our other angler was using a little subsurface fly that he's worked up. Both proved very effective that day, and as you see, they were pretty fish.
And a recipe today with tilefish.
Yeah, this is an offshore fish, very tasty, and Donna's worked up a really tasty recipe using tilefish.
All right, let's go to work on the Carolina Outdoor Journal.
Go ahead and get rigged up here, Mike. You already rigged up, but run this line through here. I couldn't wait to get over here this morning. What a pretty morning.
Yeah, it's a gorgeous day. The wind died out right at daybreak.
Did it really?
And she's been dead slick. And
it was breezy in Manio, you know, when I left this morning, and I figured it'd be a little bit less wind once I got over here, but I know that this lake has been kind of screwy with the weather patterns we've had this year. You know, northeast wind and a lot of south wind, the hard northeast, and kind of messed the spawn up a little bit. But you've been seeing some big fish this spring. Think we can catch one on the popping bug this morning?
we're going to try them. I'm going to throw a little popping bug. I think you're throwing a really pretty bug that your roommate made for you. That's a pretty
college roommate. I can't hardly get one out of him anymore, but these old deer hair bugs, I'm throwing a little bit heavier rod than what you will because, you know, pulling this stuff through the grass and really trying to punch it deep in these pockets. But I'm really looking forward to this. Let me get rigged up and we'll go.
All right, let's get ready to go.
Mike, I noticed that you're just kind of plopping your bug in there and letting it sit for a second and then twitching it a little bit. I'm trying to get an idea about what I need to be doing. Is that based on what the fish are eating, or? Yeah,
this time of the year, the primary topwater food source for these bass are dragonflies. And if you'll watch, you know, this morning I'm seeing a lot of the green and the chartreuse and the light brown dragonflies. And what I'm doing is I'm picking and choosing these holes and laying the bug. I'm using a popping bug and laying that bug in there and let her sit still for 2 or 3, 15 seconds or so, something like that, and then just twitch it to you a little bit just to imitate those dragonflies.
I got you. I just heard one blow up on one right down that grass bed.
Yeah,
what kind of, is it going to be a explosive bite, or just you can suck it off the top?
It's a dimple. Sometimes you'll think you've got a bluegill there.
Really?
They're really not as aggressive right now as they are earlier in the season. They're much more passive in their bite. They just ease up under it and just kind of suck it in. You know, you don't see the real explosion like you'll see a little bit earlier in the season.
I got you. Well, we're almost to July, so I would expect it to be starting to fall off a little bit.
Yeah. He slapped it too.
Wow.
That's pretty good fish.
Bug.
Look at this. That old popping bug. Look there.
Look at him pulling, boy.
That's a good fish.
Yeah.
He's going to come over there and talk to you, I think.
Well, heck, if I need to, I'll land him for you.
Yeah, he come running out of that end of that grass bed right there. That's pretty good.
He sailed right on it.
I mean, he came out and went on it like he's supposed to. There wasn't nothing shy about this one.
Wow, look at him pulling in that grass.
That's what I love about these light action rods. They just are so much fun. You know, if I get to land him, then it was my day. If he gets away from me, then it was his day.
Yeah, that's right. He's gonna go.
And he got away. He's
like
bigger than I talked him into a quick release.
Wow. He said, well, if that's the case, then
in that case, I'm going home.
I'll go on away from here. Wow.
Oh, well.
You know, when they get in this grass like this, and they can rub that bug, they'll shake their head all in that grass. What they're trying to do is get that thing out of their mouth.
Yep.
And those small hooks, we say that's a number 4.
That's a number 4 hook.
And they just can get in there just right and pull it out sometime.
Yeah.
That's a nice fish.
Yeah, that was one of those, that was a typical one of those slot fish that we were talking about. He was probably a 17, 18-inch fish. When he came out of the water,
he was
what he looked
quality,
like.
man. He was a little football. He was right there.
Yeah.
I probably should have
That's
grabbed him for you.
Well, he's all right. Like, that's why I fish with these light action rods.
Oh, there's my gosh.
But I enjoy it. It's he gave me. Now he's already made my morning.
I heard that.
I'd love to put my hands on him, but I don't gotta.
Well, I tell you what, I'm ready for one to make mine. Did you even move it? Did you even twitch it at all?
No, just as soon as it hit the water, he nailed it. He come right out of that little point there.
He was looking for a dragonfly or something.
That's exactly what it was. He was tired of chasing these little brim. He was looking for something a little easier.
That's funny.
Nothing like looking at him and doing something,
I'll tell you what.
That's a nice fish,
too. You know what's crazy about that, Mike? That's the first fish I've cast to with that fly that fishes under this. Woo, baby.
You better hold, yeah. See, that's another one of those good slot fish. Look at him.
Yes, sir. Come on, talk to me.
That's a nice fish.
Now, he couldn't have run any faster over there, and I twitched it one time.
And you caught him in 6 inches of water.
Yeah, he wasn't up there. He was way up inside of that grass.
Oh, yeah, that's a nice fish. He's a pretty rascal.
Look at him pulling, boy.
I'm telling you now, he's got a boat up.
That's the reason you get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and drive from Manio to Lake Phelps.
He eat it up too, didn't he?
Yes, sir, and I'm sure he's not done yet.
That's a really good fish, Brian. Now see, that's a typical fish for this slot. That's probably a 17, 18-inch fish. A slot on this lake is a 16 to 20, and you look at how healthy.
Oh, it's a beautiful.
And pretty
He's got
that
a
fish
great old
is.
big head, big mouth.
It's probably a
thick tail.
Yep, that's a nice fish, but that's typical.
3 pounds, 3.5 pounds?
Yeah, 3.5. But that's a typical slot fish on this lake. You know, you'll catch 16 to 20-inch fish pretty steady in here.
He couldn't stand it.
Couldn't stand that feathered worm, huh?
Yeah, I just think it looks just like a great worm, you know.
Yeah.
And as soon as it hit the bottom, he come running over there and sailed right on it. I mean, just as pretty as you could ever ask for.
Yeah, that's a nice, healthy fish, too.
Yeah. And I'd have never thought I'd have caught him in 6 inches of water.
Yeah.
Because I threw it up inside of him because I didn't want to throw it right on his head. And he ran right in there to it, and I twitched it one time.
Good fish.
When you can watch him do it, there ain't nothing
It'll
like it,
ruin
buddy.
you, man, I
There
tell
ain't
you.
nothing like it.
Come on, watch him come out of the water.
Come on, baby.
That's one thing, another thing, this hot water,
Yeah.
they quit quick.
Well, they give you 1 or 2 little bursts, and then they chill out for a little while.
Yeah, this one's decided.
Yeah, that fish is not as big as I thought it was.
No, he ain't, but I tell you what, it was the most aggressive bite we had of the day.
Yep. Yep. Look how deep he ate that bug.
I mean.
That wasn't any slurping, that one.
No.
That one had in all intentions of digesting that bug.
He did. He's got it halfway down his goozle already. Come here, bud. That's a nice little fish. I'm gonna tell you what, boy. This one hit it like he's supposed to. He run out there and just nailed it.
You know, we'd watch those 2 or 3 fish swim up and down that edge, up and down that edge.
He finally got tired of it. That's a good. Now see, that fish is a lot more solid.
Yep.
That's, you know, I don't know that it
It's
is or
thicker,
isn't, but it
the
looks like
depth,
more like a little male bass because it's real healthy, thick. You look at that thing. That thing's 2 inches thick.
Oh yeah, yep. There's special fish over here.
Thank you, bud.
That's a special little bug too.
Yeah, I'm telling you now.
Wow, wow.
Good
deal.
fish.
Pretty work.
Thank you, man.
Yep.
See you, bud. Look at him now.
That's a nice fish,
That's
Bubba.
a good fish.
That is a nice fish.
Watched him come all the way out of those shallows. and run up there on that bug.
He ate it right on this outside too.
Yeah, he just as soon as it cleared, he came into it.
Wow.
That's another one of those nice ones. I'm telling you now.
That's a
He
5
worked
weight,
right,
6 weight. What are you
5
catching
weight
on?
rod. Look at him
Good
swim
gracious.
to me. Get back, bud. Get out of the way. There we go.
It works out good when you get him in the open. You can handle him.
I can walk around with him and talk to him and ain't got to force him.
You got your hands full a couple
Yes.
times this morning in those trees. We had a time. Golly, what a nice fish. Stay on there, baby. Look at that bug hanging out of his mouth.
Yeah.
The color, this gin clear water, that color is just beautiful in those fish.
And he'll hang in there. Look at him. He's wanting to get back in yonder bad, but we're going
bet
to
he
try to
does.
keep him out here.
I
Yeah,
bet
he's
he does.
colored up pretty.
And it was, it wasn't a pure explosion.
No, but he come right up. I mean, it was just like those other fish we've caught.
Yeah.
When he got there, he went ahead and took the bait. He didn't mess around with it.
Yeah, wow, look at that color. Bam.
That's a good fish.
Ah,
Back
take
to
them like
those.
that, everybody. Take a few more of them.
Ain't he pretty?
It don't take
That's a
many of
nice-
those.
see
Look
that-
how long that fish is.
Mhm. That's another. There it again.
That
There's
fish, you can tell the fish is spawned out,
Yep.
real slack
You can-
belly,
and
flat
see
belly.
the fins too have already worn down real
Yep.
hard.
You want
But
to weigh
still-
that fish and see?
Oh, it's
Got the old boga grip just to give us an idea. I brought it with me.
2.5, 3 pound fish. You got her?
Yeah, man. 3 pounds on the money.
And that fish 2 months ago would have been 4.5.
Yeah, I bet. Pretty fish.
Oh, boy.
Lake's full of those fish.
And that there again, look at the length. Look at
Yeah.
it. See, that's a slot fish, big as day. That's a good 17, 18-inch fish.
And what would have happened if somebody caught that fish in a bass tournament 3 years ago?
It went out of here.
Yeah.
Already been stressed to the point where it died, but no, like I said, that's
I mean, they
a
still
nice
have
fish.
tournaments on the lake, but it's a whole lot more competitive
Yeah.
because you can't possess those slot fish.
Look at
So
that
it's a
fish in
pretty-
the water, boy. Ain't she pretty?
Yeah, heck yeah. Got a big old head on them.
Thank you, darling. See
On
you
the
later.
popping bug,
On
Big
the
Daddy.
popping bug.
On that
Went-
chartreuse,
you
we
went right back. Yeah,
that chartreuse.
I fished everything else and decided, well, I'll go back to what I've always caught them on.
I don't blame you. I'm gonna stick with this purple worm looking thing, but
Between
you
two
won't-
of us, we're gonna wind up catching fish at 3.
You won't have to catch many more like that before I'll switch back. They're poisonous?
No. He thinks he is. He'll stink you all over you. You catching him on that purple lizard, huh?
Whatever that thing is. Just a little football. You know, it's funny, we walked by this grass bed and I just backhand cast right back across it twice.
Yep.
And the
Oh, he's a pretty fish
he
too.
stuck it. Yeah, just a little football, man. Perfect little fish.
Yep.
I mean, just there's gonna tail walk for us. Look at that purple. Basically, it's just it's weedless for one thing. The reason I can get away with it. That little football.
Yeah, man.
Look how broad that tail. That's the reason this fish pulls so good.
That and you get this good shallow water. They got something to force off of.
Yeah.
What is he? And now see, he would probably be an illegal slot to take out
So I
of
could
here.
probably keep him.
Yeah.
If I
he's-
was a bass eater.
Yeah, he's probably a 14-inch fish. But like I said, probably 95% of the people that fish this lake release,
They're
or that are
catch and release
bass
fishing right
fishing,
now?
they're all catch and release, and
Yeah.
that's what's helping the bass in this lake so much. That slot has held them in here.
Yeah.
That's a good fat little fish too.
That's perfect. I mean, it's been. Have you seen in the past 3 years a tremendous leap in the bigger fish? Which it used to be you could catch all the 2 and 3 pound fish you wanted to, but 5, 6, 7, 8 pound fish were hard to come by.
Well, I tell you, I've lived on this lake for the past 17 years and have been fishing it since 1977. And this past April, I probably saw more 5 to 8 pound class fish caught than I've ever seen. And it's like I was telling you, even the fishermen are starting to recognize that this slot, the slot that we've got on this lake, is the reason we're starting to catch bigger fish.
Wow, that's great.
People are paying attention.
I think they only did a couple of lakes in the whole state like that.
I think so. There was one over, I think
Like
it was Sharon Harris or
Sharon
Norman,
Harris.
something like that. Yeah.
And it's made a
And
big.
this
I can see a big difference, but I don't fish it as much as you do.
Well, I've seen a big difference in fish that are, when they're here, and when you're on them. Of course, we're fishing a little bit late in the year, but like I said, April and May, there was just phenomenal fish. So the size and numbers were good. They were catching a lot of fish. He saw it, come right to it and got it. Look at that.
Nice fish. Quality Lake Phelps fish. Yeah, pretty.
That's a pretty fish, boys. Look at him. You can see him you can see that bait just a shining in the water. Look at there. Boy, he's wearing it. They love this little
fish. You can see that black back come out there. You said, there he is. Pop, got him. That was pretty. Little chartreuse bug with an orange face on it. Jump for us one time, baby. It just didn't have it in him. Oh, there he goes.
Come here.
Wow.
Nice fish. That's another pretty little fish. That's another one of those Lake Phelps fish. See, it's a spawned out fish too.
Yep.
See the fins are worn and everything.
That's like, you know how broad that tail is.
That's the power.
It's thick.
Well, I tell you what, it's a good, healthy fish. And there again, look at the length.
Yeah.
You know, they're getting where they're fitting right in there. They're talking about there's a possibility of bumping the slot.
Bumping it up?
Yeah, bumping the slot up a little bit. I got to hide this bug. They don't want you looking at it too.
You don't have to worry about that.
But look at the color and the thing, boy. Nice colored fish.
That fish
big.
Swam right out to it. Put the nose up underneath it, sucked it down.
I saw it was laying right on that point, and when the bug hit the water, it come out. There wasn't a whole lot of hesitation.
That's what that class of fish right there is doing on the outside of these points. Yeah. They're just cruising, looking for stuff like that. And you didn't throw it right in the grass or right to the grass. The fish came out 10 or 15 feet to get it.
Yeah, and like I said, it came in.
But it's funny because when you set the hook, man, the thing started coming right at you. You were backpedaling and trying to take up some slack.
But this little bitty rod right here, I got to take every advantage I got.
Joe, there's one thing about it. You had to ease up on those fish.
Yeah, I tell you, wading is really a good way to do that because you can be real stealthy. You can just work your way and keep an eye out because in shallow water you can actually see the fish move and place your bug right where you need to put it. But a very effective way of catching bass. A lot of fun to do it, especially in the summertime. That time of year you got to start early or fish late because it's so hot during the middle of the day and the sun gets real high up in the sky, and they don't particularly like a lot of bright light. So, but just a very effective way and fun way to catch bass.
Speaking of the bugs, let's go to school. Let's go to gear time.
Man, I've been looking forward to this for a long time. We've been I wanted to get over here the 1st of June when everything started really getting good. But, I mean, new baby, and you're busy, and nor'easters and everything else. And, you know, we made it here, right here at the end of June, almost 1st of July, which is not too late to be catching fish on popping bugs. But, you know, typically it's early and late. But you said you like fishing in the middle of the day when these fish cruising along these outside grass beds.
Yeah, I do a lot of sight fishing like we did today. We were looking at bass cruising the grass lines and trying to cast ahead of them. And the fish that we didn't spook, we actually caught some good fish, and we actually looked at them coming up and taking the bug.
That was pretty neat.
Yeah, it is a lot of fun.
Well, I tell you one thing, you know, because I got 2 pairs of glasses on, but both of them are polarized. One of them's a little bit darker lens, one's a lighter lens.
And that's what I
polarized. Wear. You wouldn't have seen those fish coming up under that bug with this glare.
Oh no.
Without those polarized glasses.
Not at all.
Yeah, that makes a big difference.
Yeah, and like you said, we're fishing here almost July. We got a real early start. Fish worked along a little bit, but actually after we got up into the day where we could see the fish, we caught more fish.
It was fun.
Yeah.
You were throwing mostly these little cork poppers and stuff.
Yep.
Of course, you're fishing a 5-weight, and I was fishing an 8-weight. I typically like throwing the heavier deer hair stuff, which didn't work first thing this morning. Fish would come and look at it and then tool back off, and they'd suck yours right in. So I went to a subsurface fly, and I made the very first cast. You know, caught the biggest fish I caught all day, and so that worked out pretty good. Just weight forward, floating lines, typical bass tackle.
Yeah, and I'm spoiled. I like fishing poppers. I love top water. I like light action. It costs me some fish sometimes because you can't horse them out, but
it's just all about the fun.
That's it. Well, that's why they call it fishing.
Yeah, I tell you what,
I enjoy it.
Let's
we'll do it again.
Get together again real soon and do this again. I appreciate it.
It's a real pleasure.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mike and Brian, for that information. Now, here is Mike's number if you want to give him a call, and he'll take you out fishing, and hope that you'll have a great day doing that. Now, speaking of great days, Donna has got a recipe today where she's using Tilefish.
right, today in the kitchen we're making a margarita tilefish with some coconut rice. It is a great recipe, goes together quick and easy, and it's one of those that you can go ahead and make up your marinade, put your fish in, make your rice, then grill your fish if you like, or you can pan fry it, you can broil it. It's up to you and whatever you happen to have and your family likes. Tilefish is a great fish. It's really beautiful and it has a really great sweet flavor. So it tastes similar to a grouper. They eat a lot of crabs, so they have this great sweet flavor. It's a wonderful fish. So what we're gonna do is I've made up my marinade, and my marinade consists of orange juice or fresh squeezed orange, has some orange zest in it. It has lime juice, lime zest, and a little bit of some tequila in it. So you can leave that out if you don't want to. I mean, if you don't want it in your marinade, that's fine. So I have it all mixed together. And this is something you can go ahead and make up your marinade too. It has a little bit of olive oil too. Because you don't want to marinate your fish too long or it'll be kind of, the outside of your fish will get kind of mealy. So we're just going to toss that in and let that marinate for about an hour. So we're just gonna, TV time, we're just gonna give it a little mix. And then we're gonna pan fry it because I don't happen to have access to a grill right here. So I have some olive oil in my pan and we're just gonna give this a good sear. It won't take more than 10 minutes to cook this fish and we'll be good to go. So while that's cooking, I'm gonna talk about the rice. This is a great recipe. It's just a basic brown rice. We're gonna add 1 can of coconut milk to it, which you can find in the international section of your grocery store, and 1.5 cups of water, and about 2 tablespoons of sugar. You're just gonna make it like you do normally, normal rice, bring it to a boil, turn down your heat, and simmer it for about 15 minutes until all the water has evaporated. Great recipe, really adds some great flavor to your, otherwise would be plain rice. So once our fish is done, we're gonna serve our tilefish over our rice. You can see here, I have my coconut rice, then I put my tilefish on top, sprinkled it with some extra parsley or some cilantro if you like, squeeze it maybe with a little lime, and maybe some more zest. The zest just gives it that great, great flavor. So I hope you enjoy the margarita tilefish, and I look forward to seeing you next time here on Simple Cooking.
Thanks, Donna, for another great recipe. You can get that recipe and a whole lot more in our cookbook online at CarolinaOutdoorJournal.com. Joe, good day of fishing.
It really was, and Lake Phelps is one of our better lakes for largemouth bass here in the state. It's one of our trophy lakes, which means it's managed for trophy-sized fish, and according to Mike, we've got a lot of nice bass in that lake. And of course, Mike's lived on the shores of Lake Phelps for years, but wading that method of fishing to me is just a lot of fun. You can, as I said earlier, you can be real stealthy in your approach. If you pay attention and you can see movement in the grass, those fish like to get in the grass and ambush bait fish, and so it's a real effective way of fishing for them. But a lot of nice quality fish in that lake, and you can fish it pretty much year round. Like I said, we were in there in July, so you have to go early, before the sun gets real high up in the sky and it gets real hot, and the fishing is not quite as good. But plan your trip, and if you've never been to Phelps Lake, give Mike a call, and he'll give you all the information you need.
Slow and easy.
Really.
For Joe Albee, I'm John Moore. Thanks for joining us today on the Carolina Outdoor Journal.
Make sure to visit our website for more information and a link to our online store, Anglers Bay.